got my morning routine done, sorted out kind of my plans for the day, trying to do a little bit more journaling and kind of keeping clarity and focus on what my plan is. So now heading over to 9 for 9, I'm going to get a little lower body workout in and kind of what I'm doing now to start working on my hips. They've been a problem, and I think part of that is because I'm hitting them with a hammer. Like, that's been the only tool in the box for a really long time, and I keep trying to have this rehab and outcome from the knee surgery been to my intentions, and it doesn't work that way. So I'm trying to be a lot nicer to my body and a little smarter and give it the space it needs to heal on its terms. You know, I've been really lucky that I've had the opportunity to compete, and I've had a 550-pound deadlift already, and I've had a 220-mile mountain bike ride over 6 days. So I know it's capable, but I don't need to push it that way right now. I really do need to give it proper space to heal, but that doesn't mean not training. So it's just about being a little smarter and keeping volume and strength and really starting to chip away at it the right way. And I'm gonna show you guys what I'm doing to kind of address those issues in a smarter way than I have been in the past. So this is how I'm starting to address my hip. Gonna warm up and go through what kind of a lower body workout's looking right now. This isn't really crazy extreme, but for those of us who've been through some major injuries and stuff like that, we can't just continually keep smashing on a body that needs time to heal. So here's what that looks like for me now going forward, and I'll be doing this like probably 3 days a week. So one of those things that's worked really well for me that I'm going to continue to do is something with machines, like leg extension, because it's fixed. I don't get a lot of the joint pain that, say, squat causes me, and I can pump a ton of blood into the quad and get some range of motion before I'm moving to an actual real movement. Like today's going to be using a belt squat and using that for how to warm the hip up and rehab. So compression has also been a kind of a big part of it. This adductor I've got really doesn't want to relax and let go, and I think it's a big part of the pain that I've had. So trying to give it some space and then do some pressure on it. So I've got this big 150-pound medicine ball that I use and just kind of let it sit, and then I can contract and pull the adductor and let it relax as I try to open up my hips a little bit more and spend some time working through that. So it's basically a few minutes under this and then a few rounds of 25 reps, leg curls, leg extensions. So it's gonna be really basic. I'm gonna do probably 5 sets of 5 at this weight, and then some accessory work that I can also use the J squat for. So nothing crazy, but trying to make my hips feel better when I leave the gym than when I got there. You know, I spent a long time beating the shit out of this machine,
And where I'm feeling about it now is, instead of being frustrated by it not healing on my terms, I really want to give more respect to the work that it's done and what my hip and body have provided me. I mean, everything, right? Like this gym, HVIII brand, everything. My experience throwing in college, my experience getting to travel and compete in the Highland Games. The fact that you people want to fucking hear anything I have to say is because of the work this body let me do in the past. So I think it needs to be given some respect and honored a little bit to heal on its terms, but keep giving it the tools it needs to do so. And so for that, we need to work on range of motion, and we need to keep inflammation down, and I need to get stronger. And those are the big ones here. So strengthening my glute, getting that firing the right way is gonna be really beneficial as well. For those of you not familiar with banded distraction work, what I'm doing is creating enough pressure to pull the femur back into the hip socket where I'd like it to be, whereas it hasn't been. Trying to get it there while going through some stretching to keep that range of motion and try to get a little bit more space in that socket where I don't have a lot. Going to like this stretch with a banded distraction, I immediately gain quite a bit of range of motion, and it allows me to stretch without this impingement that I've been getting. So there's a lot of ways to go about stuff, and these are a lot of the tools that I've come to use over the years that have worked really, really well for me. I spent a long time this year, I feel like going about rehab not the smartest. And part of that is you feel this need to show people everything that you can accomplish rehab-wise, instead of got to do the time, and whether you want to or not. Like, I'm still not even close to a year out of total knee replacement. So there's still some major trauma the body's trying to still heal from and figure out what the fuck is going on. Like, we removed parts of my goddamn bone. And so giving it that space is really what I'm trying to focus on, and kind of the intention that I'm trying to have with what I'm doing in the gym. While maximum strength isn't gonna be my goal of any sort right now, and there's no reason to start trying to build to this max thing if the base of my pyramid sucks. It's a lot of foundational work. Now, I can still maintain a lot of size and mass by doing hypertrophy work like I did those couple hundred reps via leg curl, leg extension. Those don't cause me any pain whatsoever, so that's one way I can do it. In the same way that you can use a band to do TKEs and stuff like that. So there's ways to do it that don't have to be the barbell on your back and adding more weight. Finally, at the end of my workouts, I'm trying to finish essentially back with the way I'm warming up. You know, if this is what I use to get the tissue soft and pliable to start my workout, I want to finish there. I don't want to leave tight with the muscles aching. I think there's an old Russian lifting saying that, you know, leave the gym tight and you're going to stay tight, leave the gym loose and you stay loose. So the idea is to give your body as much time to recover as you can. So starting recovery at the end of your workout essentially gives you 23 hours till the next workout that your body has already started making that transition, instead of just leaving and being beat up by the time you get back. One of the ways I've been judging my mobility and how it is every day is essentially like how easy I can tie my shoe. When I wake up, I mean, it is, I can reach the ground here really well. But on this foot, a lot of times even getting here is a real struggle. So like right now that I can get here, I'm in a pretty good place. This is such a struggle that I'll end up cramping trying to pull myself into it. So I wouldn't say a healthy athlete is one that can't do that, especially the difference in side to side. So that's what we're working on. Essentially like my fat guy yoga. I want to push positions a little bit to get mobility, but I want to stay in a place that I can breathe. As soon as I've got to lock up and I can't get any air, I've gone too far. I need to pull it back a little bit. And that's about what today's workout looks like. Everything right now is kind of building toward August, or yeah, August or September. I don't know the date right now. A long fucking way from now. I've signed up and I'm doing a ruck event in San Francisco. So it's gonna be a 50-mile one-day event. And so I need a couple of things to happen in the next 9 months training for that. I need to keep being less fat, keep dropping some weight, so that's some less bullshit I gotta carry around. I also need to get more out of pain. I need to keep working on this so that the body's gonna actually allow me to put in that type of work. So I'm gonna slowly chip away at miles with some different goals. First big one is I need to do a 5-mile day. I did a 6-mile day on the true form back at JP's meet, but I need to have some consistent, like 1 day a week, I need to go for a 5-mile walk and just kind of get the body used to that, as well as figure out like shoes and those type of things and what I want to wear as far as knee sleeve and what's going to be comfortable for that distance. You know, I don't need to be able to go and do a bunch of 30-mile days to be able to handle that 50. Like, I know myself well enough and like how well I can gut through a thing on the day. But the important things are that I do have enough gas in the tank. So that's gonna be a big part of chipping away cardio-wise, whether I'm gonna do that on the bike, whether I'm gonna do that on the true form. Whatever the options are, I've gotta have that gas tank to handle what's gonna most likely be a 20-hour walk. I think also weighing a little bit less is gonna help with that too. Like, that's getting rid of more inflammation and providing my body less that it has to haul around that much. I operate so much better with a goal and a thing to shoot at that, like, I'm gonna show up and do this walk and this ruck whether I'm ready or not. I signed up for it. The other thing to remember is it's really easy to put this panic on yourself about that day and what your expectations of it are. At the end of the day, this is something that's a pretty good high reward as far as finishing, completing, and I've got 9 months to work on a single thing. And I'll do stuff along the way, but that's gonna be the big goal. But if I get out there and my body fucking fails on me, I'm not at this point in my life gonna cause more damage to the system to try to hit this fucking 50-mile walk. The reward is a goddamn patch. Like, be realistic about that. If I have to pull out 20 miles in, then that's as much as I could give. I'm just gonna try to do the best I can. And this is also something I've never done, and I've never trained for something like this. That's a fun new challenge. Like, I know what strength has been, and I know how strong I can be, but I don't know what else this machine's capable of accomplishing, and I wanna feel more of that. So these are the tools that I'm using to repair. And that's really what a lot of this is gonna be about. Rehab and repair. I know a lot of you guys have gone through knee surgeries and knee replacements and other type of stuff. And it's really easy to get caught up in, like, I've shown a lot of progress, but I'm still hurting. Like, I'm still in recovery, so it didn't just magically fucking go away. I'm not gonna get out of 3 years of chronic pain, 9 surgeries in 8 months. That's not the fucking exchange. So having something like a Soren XJ squat at my disposal, because right now squatting with a bar on my back, as much as I'm getting this hip shift and everything else, is a really fucking not bright idea. The only other option for me is hatfield squats using transformer bar from Kabuki Strength. I'm not crazy worried about depth as I'm not entering a powerlifting meet, so I don't really fucking care. I just want to push it right to that line that I know I'm pushing it, but not stepping over that line into the red, causing more damage. I know that my hip is in bad mechanical shape. And I keep saying that because it's not a fucking soft tissue issue that I can roll out of. I don't have a lot of good surface area left in that hip. So now that workout's done, we're gonna run, swing by AbMat, and pick up some custom stuff that they made. I didn't realize they're actually in the same place that 9 for 9 is. And then we're off to go meet Aaron from Squat University. Check out his Instagram, really, really good stuff. And I'm gonna record a podcast for HVIII with him. So pretty busy day, not too bad for 1 o'clock. So on days like this, I really gotta kinda get everything in on the move. So I'm packing food with me. I've been working with hybrid nutrition on diet and stuff like that. So really happy with how I'm feeling. I'm sitting 230 on the nose this morning and gonna maintain that. I've got some chicken, some steak, and some guacamole that I made at home. And so being able to just kind of pack it with me. If I'd have had time to stop and get food, I would have. But having this option sure makes things a lot less stressful. And I just kind of throw some of it in me. And that way I can get rid of those fucking hunger sharks that make me want to make stupid decisions like go to the goddamn Dairy Queen that's also in the parking lot of the gym. Fat me would be very disappointed. We're at AbMat's manufacturing or headquarters or whatever it is, and we're gonna pick up these custom pads they made for us. So.
How you doing, man?
Good. How are you, mate?
Hey, good to meet you. Nice to meet you. How are you doing? How did HVIII brand come about?
So competed in Scottish Highland Games for about 10 years. And wrote a book as I kind of got into the professional side of it. And one of the things I talked about was the hate, kind of this motivation of not listening to your own bullshit and kind of good enough's not okay. And being willing to hold yourself accountable instead of being your friend all the time with we've done enough or this was good or any of those type of things, right? And so it's a little bit of self-motivation through self-loathing. That's what came about. That was 2014.
Okay.
So now we're
almost
6 years in, yeah.
Cool. That's better.
Typically, the weights are taller, thicker than the log, right? And you don't want to just have that hit.
Matt was going to be there.
Yeah.
These are for you guys.
Oh, sick. These are your hip pads.
I give you all of them. Hip thrust pads.
All right.
So let's set them up here, and then we'll go back into that. Yeah, so this is made out of 5 layers of foam, and then rubber.
Super, super cool.
I'll show you how it's made. Yeah. I actually have all of our AbMat material.
Wow. Dude.
We actually, yeah, this will be awesome. You're the only custom that we've done in gold.
No way.
That's for your gym.
Ooh, wee.
Crash cushions, I think, are over there on the cart.
Yeah, we had to take them out of the box, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's for you. And then these, no other gym has.
Dominoes.
Super slick. Yeah, use them for lifting.
Yeah, and I've got a log and a bunch of other stuff on the way. So.
Oh, you have a log?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, man.
So I plan on beating the shit out of them, or you rather. All right, so finished podcast. I got a phone call I gotta make, and then head back to the house, and then we gotta get some photos up, dude, for email blast that'll go out, which is now less than 24 hours away from a drop. So we hustle. Be busy today so we can fuck off Saturday, right? Cool. I had a good day. All right, that's it. That's essentially 5 o'clock. Got everything I needed done, had some meetings, got the lift, got the train. I don't know what this package is. I don't see a name or address on it, so mystery package to finish the video. Maybe, unless it turns out to not be for me, and then we'll just cut. What? Dude, I'm not shitting, this isn't something I ordered, but it says male chastity device. I'm gonna close this up and put it back outside. Oops. It's essentially a dick cage. That's a dick cage with a lock. I'm super stoked to open that. What the fuck? So yeah, that's a day, man. We got fucking a lot done today. Got a podcast, got the train, got to film some stuff. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna get some more work done on the computer now and wrap up some things for March, as well as go through all my bullshit so that everything that did progress today continues to progress. So we're chipping away at it, man. Spread hate, always party.